Today's episode is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me for real love and real life. Whether you need the perfect card to celebrate love, apologize, or say what's on your heart, Sincerely Shalia has you covered. So skip the generic and say it your way. Check out my full collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find the card that speaks for you. I can't wait till you guys check them out. And don't forget to let me know what you think. I love you guys. Hello, and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So I want you to grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and today we're going to talk about a truth that I think you all need to hear. Men are not hard, they've just never been poured into. Hey, my babies. Welcome back to another episode of Love This Way. Today, I really want to do a special episode for the men and everybody who loves them because we've got to set the record straight because I'm so tired of hearing people say that men are emotionally unavailable and how y'all are so cold and distant and detached. But nobody is ever asking the right questions. We need to be asking why. Because the truth is, most men were never poured into. You were taught to survive, not to feel. You guys were taught to perform, but not to process. And now everyone calls you broken, but you're not. You've just been starved. So today's episode is for the men who never got what they needed, but you are still expected to give what you never received. This one is for the boys who became men while carrying silent pain. If you've ever wondered what's wrong with you, I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. They just never fed your soul. So I want to first speak right off the bat. We've got to clear this up. He's not cold. He's starved. We need to start with the first lie that we hear. He's cold because he doesn't care. Nope, that's wrong completely. He's cold because caring got punished, because opening up got ignored, mocked, even weaponized. From the time you were a little boy, emotional expression was treated like a flaw. Remember, if you cried, you were told you were too soft. If you showed fear, you were too sensitive. If you needed comfort, you were too needy, so you shut it all down. And then the damage started very early because sometimes before you could even name it, a father who was emotionally absent or overly critical got to you. A mother who depended on you emotionally instead of nurturing you got to you. Teachers who praised your performance but never checked on your heart got to you. A culture that rewarded stoicism and punished sensitivity got to you. So you were raised in environments where love was conditional. You've got to be strong and then you could be praised. You've got to be vulnerable and then you're shamed. You've got to meet needs and then you're valued. If you have needs, you're then a burden. So you learn to hide and to soften yourself and to hide your very softness that was inside of you. So you ended up becoming numb to your own longing. You started to believe that being a man meant being emotionally self-sufficient, even if it killed your spirit. And now, as an adult, they call you emotionally unavailable, but they never talk about how you got here. The truth? You're not cold. You're carrying frostbite from years of emotional neglect. Fellas, you're not broken. You were just never held. Like, let's be honest. Most men don't need to be fixed. They need to be held, seen, believed, heard, affirmed. But what happens when you've never experienced that? When no one mirrored your emotions back to you as a child, you learned to disconnect from them. You didn't learn emotional regulation. You learned emotional suppression. You never got a safe place to fall apart. So now you're carrying your pain in silence and you pretend you're fine. You weren't affirmed for your identity. You were affirmed for your achievements. And now you confuse productivity with worthiness. You weren't broken. You were conditioned. Don't you see? You were conditioned to be the protector before you were protected. You were conditioned to give what was never given to you. You were conditioned to be dependable before being deeply understood. And the saddest part about this is now you're trying to love someone with no blueprint for healthy love. You're trying to offer presence when you've spent your whole life disappearing. And you're trying to connect through walls that were built for your own survival. This isn't your fault. It's generational, it's cultural, and it's systemic. But now that you see it, you have a chance to stop repeating it. Are you ready to dig deeper with me? Hey, friend. If you're tired of those generic, impersonal greeting cards, I've got you covered. Sincerely Shalia is my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me to help you say what's really on your heart. Whether it's love, apologies, or just because, these cards speak for you. Skip the cookie cutter messages and send something real. Check out my collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find your perfect card today. Now, fellas, you know I see you. And you know I got you. And you may not have been poured into, but you can still relearn how to receive. So I want to give you 5 ways to heal from your emotional starvation. Are you ready? I want you to take notes on this. Number 1, you need to stop confusing survival with strength. You powered through, sure. But survival often means self-abandonment. Real strength means feeling your feelings and standing in them with confidence. It is okay. You are human. It's okay to feel something. Number 2, you've got to challenge the belief that needing is weak. Because you've been made to believe that emotional needs make you less of a man. But love, compassion, and support, those are all human needs, not liabilities. You've got to start honoring what you need instead of shaming it. Number 3, you have to create your own emotional vocabulary. I want you to start learning the language of your heart. You've got to journal, you've got to read, you've got to talk about it. Name what you feel without judgment. When you give your emotions a name, they stop feeling like enemies. Number 4, you've got to build connections with people who pour back into you. Stop being loyal to emotional deserts. Real intimacy isn't earned through performance, it's nurtured through mutual vulnerability. You've got to surround yourself with people who give without draining you. And last but not least, number 5, forgive the world that failed you, but don't ever repeat it. They may never realize, but you can still heal. And more than that, you can become the father, the friend, or the partner that you've never seen or never had. That's how you reclaim your power. Fellas, you've clearly been judged by the fruit enough. We need to start talking about the soil because they saw your silence and called it indifference, never realizing it was your protection. They saw your numbness and they called it selfish, not understanding that that was your survival. You're not broken, you were just unpoured into. But hear me clearly. You are not incapable of love. You are not too far gone. You are not the sum of who failed you. You are a man with depth, with emotion, and with capacity. And if nobody ever told you before, you're allowed to heal, you're allowed to need, you're allowed to be more than strong, you're allowed to be whole. Because being poured into isn't just a childhood need, it's a lifelong necessity. And today, you stop apologizing for it. You're not cold, you're thawing. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. You're not weak, you're waking up. And any person or place that demands your strength while ignoring your soul was never worthy of the man that you're becoming. Now, if you need more help, you can always come see me, book a session with me at shaliavinny.com. I'm here for you, I'm rooting for you, and I got your back always. See you next episode, okay? Today's show is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my greeting card line. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and then ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest. To your good is better, and your better is best. Until next time, your friend, motivator, and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.